Cross-examinations are over and attorneys are giving their closing arguments in the molestation trial of an ex-soccer coach. Our Jordan Taylor is outside the Antelope Valley Courthouse and says attorneys are painting two different pictures of Renoir Valenti. Jordan?
Prosecutors say Valenti is a master manipulator and child abuser. Now the defense says that he's an altruist and his goals weren't sexual. Now, ultimately, it's up to the jury to decide if Valenti is guilty or not guilty. But inside the courtroom, prosecutors reminded the jury not to feel bad for Valenti, but to feel bad for the victims instead.
This man right over here, the defendant, was the one who put his mouth over a 10-year-old boy. This individual right over here is the one who ejaculated on his stomach.
Prosecutors are calling Renoir Valenti a classic pedophile, and in a 2-hour PowerPoint presentation, prosecutor John Hatami showed the courtroom how the defendant meets that description. The district attorney says for nearly 2 decades, Valenti used his position as a soccer coach to meet and make friends with young boys.
This man over here, the defendant, he took away their childhood. He took away their childhood memories.
The named victims in the case include 14 boys and 1 girl, Valenti's ex-wife, who he married at the young age of 14. Hatami says Valenti's ex-wife is a victim because he used her to get closer to children.
If the defendant's going to do something like that and marry somebody and meet them when they're 10 and marry them when they're 14 and have sex with them before they get married, which is a crime, I'm going to charge it.
Valenti faces 21 criminal charges, and so far he's denying them all. Michael Morris is Valenti's public defender. He started his closing arguments reading a letter Valenti wrote to a soccer mom. Morris says the letter explains who Valenti is and defines his purpose.
He has very altruistic goals. There's nothing sexual about it, and that's just him. Now, Mr. Hatami might call it a perversion to have or an obsession to have such an interest in kids that are that age. But that's the age of the kids that primarily he's been coaching. That's the kids that he's been exposed to.
But prosecutors aren't buying it.
The real issue with that letter is why would you give that type of letter to the mom of a 10-year-old? Not if I got up here and I said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about my life. And I want to tell you about what what did he say, his purpose. I laid awake late at night thinking about my purpose. And maybe his purpose was to be a better father to his children, but I'm not sure, whatever he was saying. It's not that as much as he prepared that letter and gave it to the mother of a 10-year-old and was trying to show to her, see, look, I'm a good guy. See, look, you could trust me. See, look how good I am with all these other boys. See, look what a great person I am. That's why it's important. Because of why he did it. Why he gave the letter. To instill trust, to produce guilt, to be able to molest.
Valenti's son is also a named victim in the trial, but he later recanted the accusations he made against his father molesting and choking him. Another reason why the defense says all of these allegations are false.
If you look at all of this and you break it down and you look at the fact that there were allegations made on numerous occasions, investigated and not filed, you have to take a look at and consider the fact that there's a reasonable doubt in this case. Now, what I'm asking you to do is to give my client the benefit of the doubt and find him not guilty.
But prosecutors say after 20 years of accusations and police reports filed, it's time for justice to be served.
It's now up to you. Do something. Find this man guilty. Stop this. Thank you.
From here, it's up to a jury to decide if Valenti is guilty or not guilty of all of these molestation charges. But some parents already have their minds made up about the ex-soccer coach. I spoke to one mother outside the courtroom who says that years ago when she was signing up her boys for soccer, she chose not to sign them up for the team in Quartz Hill because of Valenti. She said she had a bad gut instinct, and today she's relieved that she followed her motherly instincts, and she hopes that the jury makes the right decision. Now we'll follow up on this story as it unfolds. Reporting in Lancaster, I'm Jordan Taylor for Time Warner Cable News.